Before I start, I want you guys to listen to something.
Procrastination, running circles in my head.
Now, these types of songs I listen to a lot. Well, actually, I listen to a variety of songs, especially when I procrastinate. Every time I hear that line, whenever the song comes up from my procrastination playlist, I just completely ignore it without even realizing what the meaning is. Now that is top tier procrastination if you ask me. Just mindlessly doing nothing productive. Well, I guess by now you can tell that I'm a professional at cramming tasks. I mean, if there was a degree for being a procrastinator, I'd probably have a PhD. And that is telling something. Now, I'm proud to say that that's all in the past. Procrastination is such a hindrance to our lives. But why is that? Because it prolongs us from reaching our goal. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because I think all of us are procrastinators. Okay, don't be offended. I'm not saying that we're not productive. It's just that we are affected by it in different levels. And sooner or later, we're going to ride that procrastination train at one point or another. What I'm here to show you is 3 stages that I've come up with that help me get through such a situation. First of all, the realization stage. Alright, hear me out. Yeah, procrastinators do sometimes realize what they're doing. But at what point do they realize? Because based on a study at a university, when students are given a task that is due for 1 week, more than 70% of them did the task 2 days before the submission date. 2 days. Now this gives me the basis that people only come to realize at a later stage, when the deadlines are closing in. And that's the same case for me in the past. But when I came to college, that's when a true realization struck me. This was a point in time where I saw that there were 8 activities due on the same day. And then right then and there I just realized that no matter what skill I had, I cannot cram all of those in one day. Alright, realization stage. Check. So what's next? Initiation. That's number 2. Of course, you have to initiate for something to happen, right? Nothing will ever be done without initiation. And that's important because you may realize, but will you initiate? The thing about the mind of a procrastinator is that we like to do what is easy and fun, which is the reason why we tend to drift away from our task at hand. Oh, I have 8 tasks to do next week. I have to start it now. But first, let me watch this irrelevant YouTube video about something that I don't need to know about. Sound familiar? Well, sorry to say, if that did sound familiar, then you are a frequent procrastinator. The initiation stage requires commitment. I'm pretty sure that the tasks you do aren't always something you like. And in turn, you revert back to doing what is, again, easy and fun. This is where commitment comes into play. You have to commit to starting that task because it is what you need to do, regardless of whether you want to do it or not. So, you've realized, you've initiated, and now you have to dedicate. At this point, your goal now is to finish your task smoothly. By that, I mean finishing it without any form of distraction. Sometimes, the mind of a procrastinator is so prone to temptation that they tend to fling to other stuff instead of concentrating on what they're supposed to be doing. Because again, we do like doing what is easy and fun. It's very important for us to gain focus of our task because once we think of some other desire, we would most likely succumb to it. And then there goes away our productivity that we earn so hard to achieve. Focus on the goal and make it a priority. That's how you gain dedication. And sooner or later, you'll finish your task, guaranteed. Unless certain situations come up like emergencies. Well, At that point, you don't really have a choice, don't you? I get that there are some people who are really skilled at cramming. These people who realize and do things at a later date and can do multiple tasks in the submission date itself. If you can do that, then, well, props to you. I am genuinely amazed. But, know this. Goals don't always have a submission date. What if, in your life, you had a long-term goal? Like everyone does, right? Something like a future career. Those goals don't really have a submission date or a deadline, do they? So tell me, if you continue to procrastinate, how long will it take for you to realize that you need to start doing something in order to achieve that long-term goal? I want you to ponder deeply, because procrastinating wastes a lot of your time. Life is short, guys. I hope you all realize, initiate, and dedicate. Thank you all for listening for my TED Talk.